Hello friends, welcome to Bhavesarki online class.
Dear friends, we are into arithmetic progression. We try to understand in the last lecture the basic concepts. Today we'll strengthen our basic concepts and we'll go into the new concepts also. I've written down a complete sequence 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. It ends at 31. And such kind of sequence is called as a finite sequence because we know its last term. My question to you is, if you are good observant, what kind of sequence is this? And whoever has observed this carefully, they will see that difference between consecutive terms is same. That is true. Common difference is 2. Therefore, this is an AP. So this is an AP. Of course, while writing, you have to prove it that this is an AP. This is an AP with first term, which is written down as T1 or small a is 3 and common difference is 2. Now, sir, we know this. You may think about कि थोड़ा सा already हम लोग ने किया हुआ है. We are, as I told you, we are going to see something very interesting over here. We are revising the basic concepts. We are seeing the new concepts also. Now, this being a finite sequence, we know its final term, right? That is 31. And if I ask you, find the value of n in this case, then you will say, sir, and I have seen, my dear friends, I have seen students will write down n is equal to 31. I am purposely writing in red. This n is not 31. And here represents this being a finite sequence and represents what is the final, how many terms are there, not the final term, how many terms are there in this particular sequence. So if I want to find out n, of course, this being a finite sequence, you will count and somebody will smartly answer, sir, जो भी है 15, 12, 15 जो जितने भी terms है. But I am not interested in finding out in the form of counting the terms. We'll mathematically find it out. Tn is a plus n minus 1 into d. Tn, here last term. Remember, this being a finite sequence, last term is always represented by, or many a times represented by, small l. So I know the last term here is 31. A we know as 3. I'm sorry. Here n minus 1 into d is 2. So this will be 31 minus 3 is equal to n minus 1 into 2. So this becomes 28 over 2 is equal to n minus 1. So 14 plus 1 is equal to n. So in this case, there are 15 terms. So there's one part you can find out how many terms are there. That is value of n, you can find it out. One should be know about this part very well. Unless and until you do this, further concepts may be a little difficult for you. Next thing what we are going to understand is something very, very important. Every AP, for that matter any sequence, but right now we are studying about AP, will have a general form. General form. My dear friends, this is not shown anywhere as a general form in your textbook. What is general form of this particular AP? Then general form of this particular AP is Tn. Here Tn does not mean I'm talking about general term. So this is not the last term. A plus n minus 1 into d. Here A will be replaced by 3. N will be n because it is a general term. So we do not know. General term means n value is unknown. D will be replaced by 2. This becomes 3 plus 2n. This 2 will be multiplied to n. 2n minus 2. 2n minus 1. This is the general form of this particular AP. Now you will ask me, sir, what to do with this general form? Now very interesting. In this general form, you substitute n as 1. Just check it out. N as 1. 2 ones are 2 minus 1. Sorry, here I made an error. This will be plus 1. 3 minus 2 is plus. So now this is a general form of that particular given AP. Now, if I substitute n as 1, just check it out. 2 ones are 2 plus 1, 3. Your first term is 3. Substitute this as 2. Second term, if you want to know, then 2 2s are 4 plus 1 5. So likewise, if for any AP, if you know the general term, then you can find out whichever term you want. You want 15 term, you want 16 term. There's a general form for this sequence, and this sequence I can call it as, right now it is a finite sequence, but we can make it as an infinite sequence also. Sometimes you will see very interesting question, like, instead of asking the 5th term, 7th term, 11th term or 16th term from front, they will ask you some term, value of some term from the end. Like here I have asked rth term from the end. What I mean to say is, say for r will be replaced by some number, I am asking you what is 5th term from the end. Now please do not count and tell me. Of course we'll count 1 2 3 4 5. So fifth term from the end is, value is 23. But I have not been given this particular way entire sequence, and I want to find out the 5th term. Then 5th term from the end is equal to what? It is n minus r plus 1th term from the beginning. Fine. Like if you remember, this particular sequence has 15 terms. So 5th term from the end is 23. Here I am asking 5th term from the end. R will be replaced by 5. And as I told you, number of terms here are 15. 15 minus 5, 10. 10 plus 1 is 11th term from the beginning. This becomes 11th term from the beginning. Just count, we'll count the 11th term from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my God, it is 23. So you have to remember this relation. This relation is very important because they will ask question in a little different way. Rth term from the end is nothing else but n minus r plus 1th term from the n, where n is the total number of terms of that particular sequence. Dear friends, we'll see sum of certain terms of an AP. When I say sum of certain terms, say for example, if I am asking you what is S3 here. S stands for sum and 3 stands for term numbers. The first 3 terms का sum कितना है ये पूछा है. When they ask what is the sum of first 3 terms, it is T1 plus T2 plus T3. So what will be the value over here? 3 plus 5 plus 7. 8, 7, 13, 15. So S3 will be equal to 15. If somebody is asking me what is S2, then it will be 5 plus 7, which will be equal to 12. Why 5 plus 7? That is T1 plus T2. Sir, then what will be S1? S1 is nothing else but T1, which is equal to 3. So likewise, if I ask S4, then S4 will be equal to S3 plus T4. If somebody is asking me S5, then it will be equal to S4 plus T5. If somebody is asking me S6, then it will be S5 plus T6. Now, something very interesting I'm going to explain you. I've left some spaces blank in between. Now, if I bring this S3 over here, what happens? S4 minus S3 will be equal to T4. S5 minus S4 will be equal to T5. S6 minus S5 will be equal to T6. So if you understand this particular thing, you can generalize the relation. From this we can generalize one thing, that S of n terms minus S of n minus 1 terms will be equal to Tn. This is the general form. From this particular green results you can find it out. Just now we understood what is the meaning of S. S stands for sum of certain number of terms of an AP. Now for an AP, S of n is given by a formula n by 2, square bracket open 2a plus round bracket open n minus 1 round bracket closed multiplied by d square bracket closed. Here n stands for which term we are talking about, 5th term, 10th term or 13th term, whatever it may be. A is the first term, n is again as a value of the term number, and d is nothing else but the common difference. So if you want to find out sum of so many terms of an AP, this is the important formula. At times, like the sequence above is having a finite, it is a finite sequence. So if I want to find out Sn for this case, I should know n by 2 bracket open a plus small l, where small l is the last term in a finite sequence. So either of this formula you can use. This is the general formula where if the sequence is all the terms are not known. This is specific if you know the first term as well as last term and you know the number of terms. My dear friends, this will be useful to you in the third exercise. Second exercise has no application of this particular concept, but I have already explained you, so you can revise this particular concept. Dear friends, you already know the formula of Tn. Tn is given by a plus bracket open n minus 1 into d. Now, if I ask you what is 10th term, then it is nothing else but a plus 10 minus 1 into d. Therefore, T10 will be equal to a plus 9d. If somebody is asking me, sir, what is 15th term, then it is pretty simple, a plus 14d. If somebody is asking me what is 70th term, then it will be a plus 69d. How you see this relation? 15, 14, 70, 69, 10, 9. Why this relation is developed? Because here it is n minus 1, where here is n. So this particular concept one should know before going into exercise 10b, because it's a very interesting exercise and multiple times we'll be using this particular concept. We are having first question as 10 times 10th term of an AP is equal to 30 times 30th term of an AP. Find out its 40th term. Oh my god, what to do? Okay, whenever you start with n. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1d. We are going to talk about 10th term, so it will be equal to a plus 9d. We are going to talk about 30th term as a given condition, so a plus 29d. Now they have given us 10 times 10th term, that is 10 into T10, equals 30th times 30th term, 30 times 30th term. This is given to us. What is value of T10? We know the value of T10 is a plus 9d. What is the value of 30th term? It is a plus 29d. Here 10 ones are, 10 threes are. So a plus 9d is equal to 3 into bracket open a plus 29d. This becomes a plus 9d is equal to 3a plus 87d. Now if I take a on the other side, here it will be 0 is equal to 3a minus a is 2a plus 87 minus 9 will be equal to 78d. I am dividing throughout by 2. What I get, 0 is equal to a plus 39d. This is one of the result we found out. We are supposed to find out 40th term. Sir, आपने को तो 40th term पूछा है, आपने क्या find out किया? So I will go with this formula. T40 is equal to a plus 39d. And what is the value of 13? A plus 39d is equal to 0. So value of 40th term is 0. This is your answer. Question 2 is very interesting. They've asked how many two-digit numbers are divisible by 3. So I know what is a two-digit number and which is the first two-digit number divisible by 3. That is 12. Next number will be 15. Next number will be 18. And last two-digit number which is divisible by 3 is 99. Now my dear friends, this will be an AP with first term as 12. First term is represented by A and its common difference is 3. And what have they asked? Now this is interesting thing. What they have asked is n. N is how much? And here means what? Sir, n is equal to 2, 3. No. We know the last term. 99 we know. So your last term, which I'll represent as Tn, is equal to 99. So Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Here last term for me is 99. A value is 12. N value is unknown. And d value is 3. So this will become 99 minus 12 is equal to n minus 1 into 3. This becomes 87 is equal to n minus 1 into 3. 87 divided by 3 is equal to n minus 1, and that is 29 plus 1 is equal to n. So n is equal to 30. So there are 32 digit numbers which are divisible by 3. So this is important concept to know to find out n. That's all from this question. Question 5 from 10th B. They have given us third term of an AP is 4 and ninth term from of the same AP is negative 8. They have asked which term number, that is n, for which value of n the value of Tn will be equal to 0. So first of all, T3 is given to us as 4. So I can say A plus 2D is equal to 4. T9 is equal to negative 8, so I can say A plus 8D is equal to negative 8. I hope you remember the previous things which we did. Now say this is my equation number 1, this is my equation number 2. If I do subtraction of first equation from second equation, A minus A will be 0, 8D minus 2D will be equal to 6D, negative 8 minus 4 will be negative 12, so D is equal to negative 2. I got the value of D as negative 2. If I substitute somewhere over here in any one equation, D is equal to negative 2. In equation 1, my dear friends, what you will see, A minus in one equation, so 2 into negative 2 will be negative 4 is equal to 4. So A will be equal to 8. These are the two important results we got for this particular AP. Now they have asked for this AP, Tn is equal to 0. What is the value of n? They have asked n. And I know the formula, Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Right now I don't know the value of n. Tn value I know as 0. This is equal to 8 plus n minus 1 into D is negative 2. So this 8 comes over here. Negative 8 is equal to negative 2 into n minus 1. Negative 8 over negative 2 will be equal to n minus 1. So 4 will be equal to n minus 1, and n will be equal to 5. So fifth term of this AP will be 0. Mind it very well, something additional information, n can never be fraction and can never be negative. N is always a natural number. So if your answer is in fraction or something like that, just check it out whether you have done the calculations correct or not. Question number 9 says that n minus 2, another term 4n minus 1 and 5n plus 2 are in arithmetic progression. We are supposed to find out the value of n. And my dear friends, 1, 2, 3 terms are there. The difference between consecutive terms is constant, that is T2 minus T1 will be equal to T3 minus T2. Has to be same because it is an AP. So what is T2 over here? 4n minus 1 minus what is T1? N minus 2 is equal to T3, that is 5n plus 2 minus T2, which is nothing else but 4n minus 1. So if I open up the bracket, it will look like this: 4n minus 1 minus n plus 2, 5n plus 2 minus 4n plus 1. 4n minus n is 3n, negative 1 plus 2 is plus 1, 5n minus 4n is n, 2 plus 1 is 3. I'm bringing this n over here. 3n minus n is equal to 3 minus 1. Hence 3n minus n is 2n is equal to 2. So n is equal to 1. So once you get n, if they have asked any further question, you can find it out. But the important result is this: difference between consecutive terms remains constant. There are two more questions of same category. You can try it out. Question number 11. It's a simple question but trickier. They given us A, B and C are in AP. We are supposed to prove that 4A, 4B and 4C are also in arithmetic progression. Just now we saw that if given numbers are in AP, then difference of consecutive numbers will be same. That is B minus A, second term minus third term will be equal to third term minus second term. So this difference we are taking it as k, where k is a common difference. Fine. Generally we take it as d. Here I am taking as k. So this is k is a common difference of the given AP. Now I am supposed to find out whether this is an AP or not. So I am going to find out 4b minus 4a difference between second term and first term, which is equal to 4 into bracket b minus a. B minus a is k, so 4 into k. Now I'll find out difference between third term and second term, that is 4c minus 4b. I can take out 4 common, c minus b, and we know that c minus b is k, so here it will be 4k. So what can you see here? Difference between consecutive terms is constant, that is 4k. Therefore I can very easily say that 4a, 4b and 4c are in arithmetic progression. They've asked one more sub question, that they've asked prove that even a plus 4, b plus 4 and c plus 4 are also in AP. Now when I want to prove this particular thing, again second term minus first term, that is b plus 4 minus a plus 4, and if you look at this thing, it will be b minus a plus 4 minus 4 will become 0. B minus a is k. Third term minus second term, it will be c minus b, which is equal to k. Again difference between third term and second term as well as difference between second term and first term is constant. So I can say that these three terms are in arithmetic progression. Question number 15. Let me tell you, it's a totally different kind of question. They've given us Tm, that is nth term of an AP, is equal to small n, and nth term of an AP is small m. Prove that rth term is equal to m plus n minus r. My god, what is this? Nothing to worry. They're given Tm is equal to small n. This is the given condition, first given condition. According to the formula, this will be nothing else but a plus n minus 1 की जगह पर हो जाएगा m minus 1 into d. Right? So if I open up this, I'll get a plus md minus d is equal to n. This is my equation number 1. Second condition they have given us t of n is equal to m. So Tn का formula we know, a plus n minus 1 into d equal to m. I'll open up the bracket. This is nd minus d, which is equal to m. This is my second equation. If you know bit 9th grade simultaneous equations, what I'm doing is I'm subtracting first equation from second, that is equation 2 minus equation 1. What will happen? 2 minus 1, a minus a becomes 0, nd minus md, nd minus md, minus d minus of minus d, that will be 0, m minus n equal to m minus n. From this I am taking out negative d common. If I take negative d common, I get m minus n. So negative d is equal to 1, hence d will be equal to negative 1. I got d value as negative 1. If I substitute d value as negative 1 in any one equation, so for example substituting d equal to negative 1 in equation 1, what I'll get over here is a m into negative 1, that is negative m, negative 1 of negative d, negative of negative 1, that is plus 1, is equal to n. I'm taking this m and 1 on other side, so a will be equal to m plus n minus 1. So these are the two very important conclusions we made. You need not write it down separately. This is for our reference because I'm cleaning up board. I have shorter space over here. So I have got two results, that value of a is equal to m plus n minus 1 and d is equal to negative 1. These are the two results we got. We are supposed to find out rth term. So I'm going to apply T formula, that is TR will be equal to A plus R minus 1 into D. Now, we do not know TR, but definitely we know value of A. From this I can write it down, M plus N minus 1 plus R minus 1 into D value I can substitute from here, negative 1. So what happens here is M plus N minus 1. R into negative 1 is negative R. Negative 1 into negative 1 is positive 1. Positive 1 and negative 1 gets cancelled. So M plus N minus R is the value of the rth term, and this was the query. Find the rth term or prove that rth term is equal to M plus N minus R. That's all from exercise 10th B.